It's time. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The inaugural PHNX Rising Pizza Topping Draft coming to you shortly. Ooh, hello. Welcome into the PHNX Rising podcast. Appreciate everyone joining us here once again on a Wednesday evening. We got stuff to talk about. We got a snake draft a little bit later. We got some signings happening with this football club. I am Max Simpson. To my right, we have Mr. Owain, the Oracle Evans.
Hi.
And to his right, we have Rees, the Glizzy Guzzler.
All right, man.
The Pizza Topper. Goodall.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I'm loving these nicknames. I really am.
Oh, they're commanders over this.
The hot dog heaver.
Hot dog heaver.
I hate these nicknames. I really do.
The food funneler.
Max, are we continuing our food reviews this season?
I mean, we obviously have to.
Spewer.
Of course we have to.
You
That'll
think they'll
back.
bring us any good food trucks this season?
I guess
Well, they're
we'll
going to have
see.
the 4-3-3 menu at some point. We don't know what's on it, but they have promised the 4-3-3 menu,
smart.
however that may be.
4-3-3, is that and it's definitely a menu. All else being equal, is that your formation of choice?
I mean, we don't even know what's
probably-
lining up in
I'm
there.
not talking about Rise. I'm talking about just in general.
But we don't know what's in there, right?
Max.
If the 4-3-3 involves, 4 hot dogs, 3 shrimp
talking about food.
pizzas, and 3...
I'm not talking about food. I'm talking about just philosophically. What do you like? Are you 4-3-3? You strike me as a 4-4-2 guy, just a
Me?
no nonsense 4-4-2.
Wow.
I mean, it depends on what players
How'd you
you've
come
got
up
at your
with that?
disposal.
You're definitely you're like a 3-5.
See,
you're like
here's
a
the
3-5-2
thing. Here's the
kinda guy.
thing. You're going down
3-5-2?
that
I'm
route,
a big
whereas I'm gonna
3-4-3.
go down the pragmatist route of you pick the formation that matches the players you've got there.
This guy just
Yeah?
absolutely sucks.
Boring.
This guy
I
sucks.
mean,
Also,
it may
who doesn't?
succeed though. Who wants to play a formation that doesn't work? In the squad you've
Okay.
got?
Anyway, he's just
More
killing all the fun with
managers
it.
anything.
Someone that
Yeah,
doesn't
I
suck.
know.
That is
I'm well
Mr.
aware.
Kyle Cooper behind the Mac, pushing the buttons, doing his thing, looking good, doing it. We're wearing almost matching Brandon Bills hats. No big deal. But we got a great show for you guys today. Got some stuff to talk about. Of course, we will get into some serious stuff. I guess this team did make some signings that we will talk about. Leave a like
Well, one
on.
signing.
Leave a like on your way in here. We got James and Amanda, the Wilsons, in the chat. Here we go, boys. They're here for the food news. Definitely talking about food. But, again, we got to start with something that, will be happening on game days. It's not just the food. Rising do have a new signing. Harvey Neville. Guys, what do we think?
Yeah, Harvey Neville's an interesting signing. I have to be honest and say that I haven't seen a lot of positivity online about him, I don't think. But I haven't seen a lot of negativity about him online either. I don't think people really know what to make of this signing.
Yeah. I mean, it's a weird
Rees
one.
knows what to make of it.
Yeah.
Rees is...
Well, I mean, like his whole career to this point, he has followed his dad, Phil Neville, around. I mean, he was with Man United. He moved to Valencia, moved back to United, and then came to the States with to Inter Miami when his dad took the job there. Then his dad took the job last year with Portland. I mean, it kind of became a joke in MLS because he was under contract with Miami last season. It was announced as a trialist with Portland. We saw him play in that friendly. Do you remember that?
Yeah, we do.
But I mean, I think a few people have spoken about this. Is he does offer creativity, but he's a fullback in a team that's likely going to play in a back four system, which is not what this team needs in that role. It needs more of a defensive-minded player, which Harvey Neville doesn't quite offer at the level that Rising need at this moment.
Right, and that's the question, right? When you look at this and you say, okay, what's his profile? He's a guy who's going to dribble. He's a guy who's going to put crosses in. That's a lot of what made him successful in the shorter loan spell at Sacramento, or at least justified him coming in for that shorter loan spell at Sacramento. They were a team that wanted someone who was going to pound crosses in. The issue you have is that Sacramento are a 5-back team. That allows you the freedom to have wingbacks more who may not offer a lot defensively, right? When you actually break down some of the numbers for Neville, the defensive action's not really up there at all. Yeah. It's poor. Didn't really impress particularly, to be honest, at Loudoun. The year before when he went there on loan either. Didn't, by people who, again, you speak with people who watch MLS Next Pro more than we do, didn't hugely impress in Next Pro necessarily, even last season.
Yeah.
And when you have a back five, maybe you have a more limited wing back and he has his specific strengths, right? You can get away with that. When you have a back four, if you're not capable enough defensively, that's going to be exposed. And that's going to be the biggest challenge, I think, if he steps in. Now, when you look at the quote from Pa-Modou Kah, it was an interesting one because it felt in a lot of ways as though, I mean, I'll read it now specifically. We have players at right back, but Harvey brings valuable experience with his background, Kah said. He's been in the Manchester United Academy, played in MLS and competed in USL, so he has the pedigree and versatility we're looking for. He's played multiple positions. I'm excited to work with him and see what he can contribute. To me, the most interesting thing there is when you lead the quote with "we have players at right back," it's kind of immediately saying off the bat you don't kind of need the guy.
Swiss Army knife.
But I don't entirely know what they're going to plan to use him as, because I think using him as a right back would have the big drawbacks that we brought up. I don't know. It feels an odd move.
It seems in a way
it doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Right.
But at the same time, the fact that he's had some of those struggles elsewhere, maybe not stood out, could it be a chance for him to try and stand up and make a name for himself and show that he is capable at this level when people have written him off in the past?
Yeah, I mean, it's right. It's the classic case where it very much could be of, you know, is it a jack of all trades? Is it more of the master of none? It's trying to find that balance of someone who, you know, when they're noted and lauded for their positional versatility, where it's being called out of, hey, there's a lot of different ways we can use that guy. It really kind of remains to be seen of what that's going to take. That could be a very positive thing for the player and where they fit in for the team. It could be, well, you know, this is kind of where we're needing them. It could be a depth piece, could be competition, or it could be you can slot in multiple positions. I mean, again, we've kind of seen this from as this team is being built. It's being built, again, within the mold of a younger image. It's guys who are coming in who do have that MLS Next Pro experience, some with USL Championship, Harvey Neville's case, a little bit even of MLS. But I think it's just going to be interesting to see where his mold actually fits in. It's a hard one to peg down, isn't it?
It is. I mean, at the same time, and this is the question now, when you look at the right back position, you wonder who's going to hold that down, right? Collin Smith, there were questions about him coming in. Didn't have the best season at Rhode Island last year individually. Yes, he's had some better reviews from Legion beforehand, but how does that all come together? We'll see. And then you have Harvey Neville. Again, what we're seeing a lot of, I think, through a lot of the team is a degree of unproven. And that's not always a bad thing, but it does mean, and to tie this into something that I know John Morrissey, USL Tactics on Twitter, put out earlier this week when he did his initial power rankings. It's hard to really tell what this rising team's going to be because there's a lot of potential upside. If everything clicks, if the guys all step up well, there's a lot of potential upside.
Yeah.
But there's also a very big risk that it doesn't come together. And if it doesn't come together and the guys don't step up, you could be looking at a relatively mediocre team. And quite how that balances, that's going to be the challenge. Now, again, young guys, a lot to fight for, unproven in a lot of ways at this level, perhaps.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where they're getting the motivation from. Maybe that's that they're out here to prove themselves. But it still, I think, leaves us in a position whereby you kind of break it down. I don't know yet what to expect from this team.
Yeah, and going back to Harvey Neville and that kind of versatility that from that Pa-Modou Kah quote, there were a few times through his I believe it was 24 appearances with Portland where he played in the wing, played on the left and right wing, just by looking at his heat map. A few times in midfield as well. So I mean, maybe he could take on that kind of Joey Calistri role where it's this guy is going to play anywhere and everywhere. He's not going to be great, but he's just going to be serviceable. I mean, Joey Calistri was a bit better than that, but still, I mean, just that versatile, able to play all across the park is what we could see. But I mean, again, that's such a small sample size that we've seen that from. I just don't. I think that, but I think that's what you're gonna have to do because the defensive is almost a liability with him.
Yeah, I mean, you've even seen in. It's kind of hard to try to draw similar comparisons against different players, different builds, different backgrounds, even from different coaching regimes. But to your point, we have seen members of Phoenix Rising come throughout the years who have played multiple positions, who do have a bit of that kind of tweener, whether it's defender midfielder, whether it's, an outside back kind of winger type deal. There's a lot of different combinations in there, right? You think of Joey Calistri, you think of even a Kev Lambert, you think of even more more recently, you think of just some other guys who have come through even within last season's team who have played multiple positions, a bit out of just where the team went, especially after a couple different managers. But also, I think if you have that ability to play a couple of different positions, it can help you to get playing time. But then on the downside of things, if you are going up against more established guys in the pecking order or guys who beat you out for the spot, that's going to be the tough part. So, I mean, listen, kind of what Owain was saying, I think a lot of this, it really just depends on this team is going to take probably one or two molds, right? It really does depend on if you look at it from the from like the plus side and are trying to be optimistic, or if you kind of look at it from maybe the more pessimistic, many might say, realistic side, right? There are very much glaring needs that are missing, especially at some key places. But again, there are some common threads within almost all the signings. Again, they are young. They are guys who have had a lot of experience, but albeit at very much the lower levels. And they are guys who they have ties pretty much either directly or indirectly to Pa-Modou Kah or someone on this coaching staff. I think if you're looking at that on the positive side, you're saying, hey, there is a lot of experience here. These guys are young, hungry, and athletic. And maybe a bit of that, because they are younger, they are a bit more adaptable in their approach. The con, and this is where a lot of the criticism is coming in, right, is they don't have marquee signings. This is all very hypothetical at this level at the USL Championship for the majority of the squad. And until they prove it, they haven't.
I think the other thing there to note is these are great moves for a team that I think doesn't have the expectations of Phoenix Rising. Mm-hmm. And you can even raise the question of whether Phoenix Rising, to an extent, should still have the expectations they had 5 years ago. But that's not something that you can really get into. I'm sorry, that's the scenario you're in with Phoenix Rising. They're going to have the expectations of 5 years ago at this club when things were easier to do in this league. When the standard, I think, was lower, prices were lower, quite frankly, for certain players. You don't get
that Phoenix Rising discount anymore.
No. And I mean, even beyond that, right? You just look at the money that some of these teams spend on certain players, right? It's a different level to where we were 5 years ago. At the same time, that kind of expectation is going to go with you whatever happens. And from Phoenix Rising's perspective, when you sign a lot of unknown players, the real risk here is you aren't given time, I don't think, to build at this club in the way that you may at other teams. The expectation for Phoenix Rising is and always will be win now.
Yeah.
There's not we're going into a rebuild kind of that doesn't happen, right? You can't easily justify a rebuild when you're up against teams like, no offense here, but New Mexico, Colorado Springs, Orange County. When you are Phoenix, you don't get that grace. I mean, to the one comment in there, these moves feel like they'd be great in 3 years' time. I know. Problem is that Phoenix Rising aren't. Look, do they want to develop youth? Yes. Of course they do. Every team in this league wants to. It's a part of the landscape now, part of the finances, part of the model in a way that it wasn't. Again, 5 years ago, it wasn't a part of that. It is now. But winning is critical at this club, and finishing above mid-table is critical at this club, and That's going to be the challenge, I think, overall. And it's hard sometimes to do. Look, it's not to say you can't win it. I mean, it's the cliche, isn't it? You can't win anything with kids. And that's not the case, and definitely not the case in this league. But you also don't have, I think, the leeway at this club to just hope that they hit.
Yeah. I mean, like, how many times have we said this offseason, like, pointing to the teams like Las Vegas, like Rhode Island, that just turned it around, or in Rhode Island's case, built it from scratch. It's I don't want to say it's not hard to do, because that's not the case, but it's there's a way to do it. There's a way to turn it around like that, way to be at the top of your conference like that. Rising need to find a way to do that. Again, how many times have we said this offseason? It's been since 2021 that this team has not hosted a home playoff game. These numbers, the longer they go on, it's borderline unacceptable for what Phoenix Rising once was at this point.
Yeah. I mean, listen, whether people like it or not, there is a direction that this team is looking to take and where they're going. It's not going to please everyone, right? It doesn't have quite that, maybe, I don't want to say it doesn't have that win now feel, but like a lot of people will say that just based on who they're signing, or rather maybe who they're not. There is something that they are building. I get what they're trying to do on the long term. We're going to find out very quickly whether or not, to Owen's point, if they're going to be afforded the time kind of to do so, and how quickly this team takes shape. We're going to be talking a little bit more about some more Phoenix Rising news on the other side of the break. All right, listen, we're trying our best to keep things bright, keep it optimistic. The future, a lot of people maybe, they might say the future of Phoenix Rising is bright, and if they are, you should get a pair of Shady Rays. Shady Rays, that future might be bright.
You got your Shady Rays here with you, Max?
It's actually on my desk.
You should have picked them up, man.
I know. Maybe Kyle can go run and pick them up.
Forcing Kyle to do the work.
Yeah, I mean, he just pushed
Kyle, don't do it, Kyle. Don't do it.
Yeah, Shady Rays. Wow, Shady Rays, they are absolutely fantastic. I have a nice polarized blackout pair of lenses. You can score big with a little discount courtesy of our friends at Shady Rays through PHNX. Go to shadyrays.com. Use promo code PHNX, save 35% off polarized shades. They have so many different frames, styles, lenses, limited editions, all these different things. Again, it is always sunny here, pretty much 300 plus days a year. Get some good sunglasses. Their loss and protection policy is absolutely the best in the business. Again, shadyrays.com, promo code PHNX, 35% off that order. Also, check out our friends at Branded Bills. Little tip of the hat to our friends over at Branded Bills. I'm wearing a little ASU hat. Kyle's wearing a little ASU. Look at that zoom in. I'm looking right at the camera. You see it, Kyle. Good job. Guys, Branded Bills, it's absolutely phenomenal, right? They are local here in the Valley. They are growing throughout the country. They have partnerships with multiple different colleges throughout the country. ASU, even a little U of A, we'll say, but right?
Who?
Well, they are fantastic at what they do. Go check out Branded Bills. They even have a little partnership with our friends at the Suns. Check out brandedbills.com. Use promo code PHNX for 20% off that order. Also, check out the PHNX collab hats that we've done with Branded Bills. 3 different styles to choose from. It is just so awesome. Branded Bills, it is quality, it is comfort, built to last, and so many different styles to choose from as well. Again, little Shady Rays, little Branded Bills action. We love it. brandedbills.com, promo code PHNX, 20% off that order. And look good while doing so. All righty, we're back here. PHNX Rising podcast, talking some more news. Guys, we broke down Harvey Neville signing, but there's rumors going around as well. Owen, would you care to enlighten people?
Yeah, there is talk that there could be another player on the way to Phoenix, and it is Ihsan Sacko from FC Thun in Switzerland. He has left the Swiss club, we know that. The club over there has confirmed that is the case. I haven't confirmed the identity of his new team. The talk at the moment online, according to reports from Switzerland, is that he could well be coming here to Phoenix. Again, that's something that's coming out of Switzerland, something that there's been a little bit of talk here as well. But it'll be interesting. French-born. Rees has done some a little bit of looking in today.
Who?
Worth noting that there will also be potentially a delay in any announcement here. But because according to FIFA's website, the TMS does not open until the end of the month, the 31st of Jan. So we'll see kind of what goes on with that. For those of you who are wondering on the TMS, it's the system that's used to transfer players from one country and their registration in one country over to another country. Each country has their own registration dates. There are some specific rules around like having a lengthy one at the start of the season and a short one in the middle of the season. But Rees, you can give us definitely some insight on this player, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, this last season this past half season with FC Thun, it wasn't as good as you've seen the last couple ones before that. Only 9 appearances and 145 combined minutes with 2 goals. He's a striker. I just don't think he's meant to be a striker from watching some of the stats. I mean, it was 7 goals, 7 assists through 34 games the year before. But I think a lot of the stats that stand out to me on his stat sheet, I mean, he is overperforming his XG, which is always a good thing for a striker. But I mean, I'm noticing, it's a lot of passing, a lot of creativity from him. The few highlights I've seen from him, it's good passes, good in tight areas, able to beat players off the dribble. And I think it's an interesting player because I don't know if he will end up being a striker for this team. I mean, he's played striker a lot in his career. I mean, he broke through with Nice and really had a difficult time there. It was just, he just couldn't find the back of the net. It's not like he just wasn't getting opportunities. He just could not break the net. I mean, it was 13 games without a goal. And then the year after he went on loan to Serie B, the second division of Italy, and had 18 matches without a goal. It's that side wasn't pretty, but these last 2 seasons before with I'm not going to be able to say that name. Avranches? Yeah.
Avranches?
Them. Their acronym's USA, so we'll call them that. 34 appearances, 11 goals, 5 assists on loan with them. And then the year after with FC Thun, as I mentioned, the 7-7. I mean, it's taken that step up. I just still, like, every time I saw the highlights, I just don't know if he's... I mean, there were times where he was massively underperforming his XG. I don't know if he is a solution as a striker. I mean, he's an option, but I think he looked better in those moments from what I saw, which obviously was a very, very small sample size as a 10 off the right. I don't know with him. I mean, he has signs, but I don't know if it's as a 9.
I mean, this is the thing I'd also just added there, and you're bringing up obviously playing with Avranches.
Yes,
and playing in the Nacional then is how the Nacional compares to, say, USL Championship, because he scores 11 goals in that team in the league. How does that compare? Now, scoring 7 in the Challenge League, I see there being a big step up there potentially from the Challenge League, from USL Championship to the Challenge League. And I see the fact the Swiss second division is probably is definitely a decent level of play. And you'd hope that 7 goals, you probably score more coming over here, versus what he scored in that. But then when you comparing it maybe to the Nacional, the 3rd tier in France, and I'm wondering to myself at that point, how does that necessarily compare over here? Is it that much worse, or is it better? It's a hard comparison to make in some ways. And what does that mean then again? If he scored 11 goals in there a couple of years ago at that kind of a level, should we expect him to score more at this level? Is that because there's a difference in the levels, or is that because he's grown as a player? All of these factors come into it, right? I mean, again, the guy's played at a higher level. I mean, you can't argue that, right?
He's got a decade worth of experience.
I mean, he scored in the 2nd tier in France. But at the same time, the question then obviously is what do you expect from him when he comes over here? Why has it fallen off in some ways? Along the way,
it's a dichotomy of a player who, right through their senior year, has had a decade's worth of experience, and from an age perspective, while that very much can be variable, it's not always a classic case of like, right, going into your athletic prime as an athlete, but like 27 years old, right? That is in theory prime of your career, entering it, already in it, whatever you want to call it. It's an interesting one, right? I mean, I'm curious. Would we feel differently if this player was a few years younger and you're maybe banking on a bit more potential? Like, it's a weird spot to be in. Again, like, Azardi has 10 years of senior experience, kind of where they're at age wise, and you've seen there's the track record of where they've been in the past with maybe not the overabundance of output. Because if they did, we probably wouldn't be having this discussion right now. Like it's the weird part of how you kind of evaluate a player based on all those factors, not to mention there's not necessarily a like for like comparison of, the USL Championship versus the second tier in the Swiss League. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I get what you're saying on the one hand. If this move had happened a few years earlier, we'd be having a different discussion. But I think that discussion would also be a bit of worry, a lot more worry in that, because I mean, it was. This math's probably wrong, but it's 9 goals through the first 4 or 5 years of his career as a guy that's going to be a 9. I get it's a way higher level.
A forward.
Yeah, forward. But I mean, I get it's a way higher level of the USL Championship. But I mean, goal scoring pedigree, it wasn't there early. I do think that would be a different discussion back then.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. Is there Danny Trejo, is he the perfect striker that exists? Does he solve all our worries?
He's going to Birmingham Legion, apparently. I mean, if that happens, that would be an absolutely lethal attack for Birmingham. Him and Damas.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
But
it's an intriguing one to me, because you wouldn't have thought you'd put the two together.
Yeah.
But, I mean, maybe.
I mean, we've seen crazier things.
We have. I will say that if the two of them are playing together in a year, then that team, regardless of which team it would be, in this case it would be Birmingham, are going to be a team to watch.
Yeah. I mean,
a serious title contender just for having those two together.
Oh, without a doubt. Goodness. I mean, the optics of that, not fun, but hey, we'll have to see. We are on striker watch with Phoenix Rising. We'll have to see who they bring in. On the other side of the break, it's going to be the long-awaited pizza topping draft. Don't go anywhere. There is only one way to get ready for, of course, the inaugural PHNX Rising pizza topping draft. Why not dabble with our friends at Cole Cannabis? Of course, you can find them at True Leave dispensaries. And what is Mr. Kyle bringing over my way? Their little Smalls bag, not so small, right? Cold Cannabis, found at True Leave dispensaries. It is phenomenal. They have their magic marker exclusive strain at True Leaves. True Leaves, they are the biggest dispensary in the state. Multiple locations throughout the valley. There's one right around the corner from PHNX Studios and Cold Cannabis. If you have not tried it, honestly, like, you can just smell it through wherever you're watching this podcast. If you're listening to this podcast, you can smell it through. It is such phenomenal stuff. Check them out again at True Leave dispensaries. It's loud. My co-host here is smelling this, and it's like, yeah, that's some good stuff. Yeah. Check them out over at True Leave locations. Cold Cannabis. Find them there. Must be 20 years or older to enjoy recreationally. Also, check out our friends at Circle K. They mesh pretty well with a little Cold Cannabis, a little True Leave action. Circle K, they got Polar Pops, right? They have Frosters. They have all the different snacks and everything else that they have going on for you. Check them out.
They have shrimp pizza for you, Max.
With this,
his favorite.
No, they do
it's
not.
His favorite.
Save 25 cents off per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups. Of course, after that, you can save 3 cents off per gallon, even up to 5 cents off per gallon. Get to the max level. Is that
it's not the max level, Max.
I like to call it that. Espo can call it the Espo level. I can call it the max level.
It's not the max level.
Check them out. They are America's thirst stop. They're Arizona's thirst stop. They are PHNX's thirst stop. Get a Polar Pop. Stay hydrated.
I'm thirsting for accuracy, Max, and you're not giving it to me.
Well, speaking of accuracy, we're waiting for Kyle to actually give an accurate throw. We did connect last time with the many snacks that they have. The Wrigley Worms, the pretzel bites, everything that they have. Check out Circle K.
What are we doing today, Kyle?
They're amazing. What do we got today, Mr. Kyle Cooper?
We have some perfectly peachy rings.
Perfectly peachy rings. All right, why don't you...
Let's make it a perfectly...
Max, look for some of those perfectly peachy rings.
Biggest moment of your life, Kyle. No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
He's stretching.
There he is.
If you can get this on target, we might have to get you to Milton Keynes ready for the Masters.
Here we go. Yep.
Oh, that's on, Max.
That was on.
That's a single 20 just outside the travel bed right there.
Yeah. Ow, that was a little low.
Yeah, but Max, you're still in position.
One more. Come on, one more attempt.
Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm.
Here we go.
I'm coming.
No pressure,
Is it
Max.
close?
The chat looks we already
know
the
we need to score this now,
Absolutely
Rees, as well when it goes. Let's have a look.
Yeah, we're doing. All right, yeah, go. Yep. Here we go.
Here we go. It's the
Hey.
last one.
Oh my
Wow.
god! And the adjustment.
100.
Yeah.
A
There we go.
striker
That's-
knows
wow.
how to adjust to the ball.
I mean, the
Well,
ball
you didn't
moving
do
now.
that twice, the 2 times before.
I mean,
That's
the
2
assist
big
was- assist
chances
was okay.
missed there, which doesn't show good on your resume.
Max is the guy who like scores the one worldie and misses 2 from 2 yards out.
Did I mention that my Tuesday night soccer team, we're actually going to the finals next week? No big deal. Rita and we.
How many minutes you play a match?
I actually start, and I play the
they get
majority.
subbed off 5 minutes later.
That they are 20-minute halves. That's crazy.
Well,
Well,
Buddy.
that's why he does okay then. You know,
yeah.
if it was more than 20 minutes.
Oh
might
my
struggle.
gosh, the endurance is crazy. Anyway,
How long's
we are,
halftime? A half
we
hour?
buddy. I would love to see you play in any variety.
Oh, I played once.
Rees
I
or
played
me?
after crashing the
I
line
already,
bike.
you don't play. You
Hey,
just hoof it.
I
You
crashed
no,
an
you're
electric scooter.
You're
I gave
Mr.
But I'm not
32
talking
minutes
You're
for
missing
my
breakfast
intramural
scale.
soccer
the
team.
endurance. You know, I'm fine.
Okay.
You
Anyway,
should have
Also,
been
were
there,
you just
Max.
slagging
You're a
off
fake
Wrexham?
fan.
No.
He was just slagging off Wrexham.
No.
He was
I
referring to him as
can't
like
believe that.
hoofball cloggers.
No, I was talking about you.
I mean, I'm not going to argue, but
I
still.
said, no, I said you're Brexit Ball FC.
I thought,
All right.
I think
well,
it was you saying that
we
about Wrexham.
we are bearing the lead. I'm ready. I'm so ready for the inaugural PHNX
gosh.
Rising Pizza Topping Draft. I'm sick of the slander. All this shrimp.
You
pizza,
are a shrimp
pizza.
pizza guy,
I
man.
will show you that is not true. The draft will not lie.
Kyle, I need to make it clear here, by the way. I don't care what he picks. Whatever he picks, you write shrimp on that graphic.
No,
please.
Kyle, you have integrity. The chat
No,
knows.
No, the first pick.
Also,
I'm
the
writing
chat can
shrimp
hear
for
what I'm
every
picking.
choice.
Max's picks are gonna be half spinach,
You-
green bell
We
peppers,
will find
and
out.
shrimp.
That is so funny. Ha ha.
Here we
I
go.
know.
Is Damon here?
Original.
Is Damon in
We're
the
just
studio?
going
No,
through all
Damon
the
is not in the
classics,
studio.
Max.
You will
Damon,
find
studio.
out what I
Damon.
pick. You will find out what I pick during the draft. Here, couple things that we can all agree on, right? Number one, unless otherwise stated, and the base sauce for everything, marinara sauce. None of this like
White sauce, you know,
none of
white
this
sauce.
white, none of
guy?
this white sauce, none of the pesto. Like if you want that, you may pick that, but that is your one topping. Yes, what's up?
Are you allowed to pick like how, like insert pizza restaurant name here? Like you can get
Appreciate
like the
that.
sauce drizzles on top. Does that count as a topping? Like
That-
let's say a buffalo sauce or a
Yeah, totally fair question. So the base for everything we're going to assume is marinara sauce and just the layer of cheese. Anything that's different from that is an additional topping. If you want to change the sauce, that is your
Why
topping.
is Max making rules up
That is
now?
that is a fair
oh
thing.
no, that's
I think
fair.
you should have made this
if you,
up before we
want
sat down
I
for the
didn't have a
draft.
chance to tell you, so here we are.
Well, you should have, mate.
If you want to change the base or the drizzle, whatever, that is your one topping. If and then the other, and then same with like additional cheese or anything, that's an
Okay.
additional topping. The other thing I'd say is this is not necessarily we're each going to do 5 picks. This is not like accumulating a pizza as a whole. Rather, these are all like one-offs. So
Yes.
like you're picking, whatever, like a single topping.
I can
hear
telling the story.
If you-
Damon, get yourself over here, man.
these
Come
are
on.
these are
Damon.
Okay,
Damon.
hold on.
He's coming.
Yes, all I'll say is this: the list of 5 will not make up the entire pizza. Again, these are all
Yes.
one-off individual slices. All right,
Hello,
Damon,
Damon dog.
you have something to say to the people? Go ahead, share. Go ahead, share.
You know what?
Damon's still hungry from that day.
Hang
I
on.
don't care.
Hang on,
He's
hang on.
fine.
So we did a coin toss before. Kyle picked the bracket. We did the coin toss. Reese was my witness as we went. I'm first.
Don't remember it.
Reese is second. Max is third. Kyle is fourth. That's the order of the snake draft
You gotta
here.
think that that second round pick is a really, really good spot to get half spinach.
you know what?
I hear
Yeah,
he's
you're
going for
right.
shrimp.
Okay. Why don't
Max is a shrimp
Why don't we let
pizza.
the why don't we let the
that's
draft
round one.
decide?
That's round one.
Why don't we let the draft decide? Oh, Eric Ruby.
Max-
Everyone loves to hear from
Max
him.
is
Yeah,
stuck
of
here.
course. All right.
Reese, to your point, I just wanted a damn pepperoni pizza. That's all I wanted.
Oh.
And you know what?
Oh.
You know what?
That's all I wanted.
You know what?
That's
I
crazy.
hear you, Damon. I hear you, Damon. And with the number 1 overall pick,
There he is.
we're gonna take pepperoni.
That's my
That's
guy.
good.
It's the iconic. I mean, how can you not? There's not a choice to pick anything else as number 1 overall, is there?
No matter
No.
what the topping is, we can all agree that the absolute best brand of pizza is. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to give Max a heart attack.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, Reese, where do you get your pizzas from, mate?
Hey! Brand redacted. Don't you dare.
Max
Reese,
would
don't
kill me
you
if I
dare.
said any
Don't you dare.
location.
If
so.
you
Hey, remember that? that place that used to sponsor the EFL trophy?
Stop it.
Remember the people who used to
Oh,
sponsor
yeah.
Stop
the
it.
title sponsor? What was it called again, Rees?
Do
It was
not-
the
I believe you should wait.
Started with the.
I believe you should wait
I don't know.
because we have some news. So
Oh,
no,
okay.
why
Maybe you
don't
should have
we
announced
not?
that before that. And made
Well,
them,
maybe you should stop. Anyway, your first one is pepperoni. What is your first topping, Reese? What's your choice?
Oh yeah, I am
Rees
next.
number 2 overall.
Well, sausage then. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the first couple rounds.
Rees is here in round 1 and
Alright,
has
well-
no idea what to pick.
the
This is gonna go great.
The first
This
couple
is
rounds are gonna be
phenomenal.
boring. When we're in round 5 and Max picks like black beans or something, like then we're gonna be in for discussion.
That's crazy.
Round 1's gonna be
Max is your
simple.
pick.
I
round
guess
1.
you'll have to wait.
Round 1, Max. What you
All right.
taking?
This is an easy one. We'll go chicken. We'll go chicken.
Oh.
We'll go chicken.
Max, you're a chicken on pizza guy.
Yes.
No,
The
that is
face that Damon
that's
is
no-
pulling right
no.
now.
Okay.
Max-
I don't recall asking
I'll
Damon.
defend you on that one.
Yeah.
That's a valid
It
take.
can work.
I'm not-
All right,
gonna hate
listen,
on
this
that.
is the wild card because we have actually not heard from Kyle from any of our drafts. He's given some input here and there. We
To be
haven't-
fair, we've only done one draft
and he
before
hasn't
this.
been involved
Max.
in it. So, Kyle, why don't you weigh in? What is your first pick?
I'm gonna go with bacon.
Bacon, solid.
good
That's
pick.
reasonable.
That's a good
really
pick.
solid.
That can
That's a
work.
very
I mean,
good
this
pick.
is, the first round, we're going heavy in the meats, as you can see. I mean, as one should.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? All right, so we're snaking it back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that means it'll be another Kyle pick now coming up.
For number 2, I will take ham.
He's taking
Ooh,
chicken
good
and
pick.
sorry, not
Bacon
chicken,
and ham.
bacon and ham.
This is my worst nightmare, but that's okay.
Mm.
I can from an outsider's perspective, I can see how this is a solid pizza. Again, reminder: this is not cumulative. This is individual slices. He has a bacon slice of a pizza separate from a ham slice of a pizza. Again, this is not a Frankenstein monster of a pizza. Just for
I
reference.
mean, you could do bacon
Yeah,
and ham
no, that-
together.
right,
No,
but what
I
I'm
don't see a
saying is,
problem.
when you look at our list, this is
You
not.
know what? I
this
know
is-
Max is going to be the guy to pick pineapple. I'm just going to say it now. I know
Right.
he's going to do it.
Well,
Max is laughing because he knows he's got it planned. He's got it planned.
If that happens, then we'll have to wait.
Well,
and
Max
see.
is your pick. What are you going
for
to
my
take in the
next
second
pick.
round?
This is a sleeper one.
He's
This
going
is-
to take
God.
This
pineapple.
is such a versatile one. Goes on any pizza. Really one of the better
Spinach.
toppings overall.
Spinach, isn't it?
Mushrooms.
Oh,
Mushrooms.
That's
Sauteed. Sauteed mushrooms.
Mushrooms?
Sauteed
mushrooms in round 2 is
Put the sauteed in there.
That's
Kyle
a
Cooper.
reach.
Sauteed
Is a
mushrooms.
choice.
Sauteed mushrooms. That is a
Round
great
two.
choice.
Sauteed.
That is a great choice. Yes.
Sauteed.
Put sauteed. Am I saying
No.
regular? I'm saying
No,
sauteed.
no, you said mushrooms
Sauteed
originally.
is-
but
Oh,
no
Yeah,
sauteed.
Too many
okay.
words.
You know
Too
what?
many
Fine.
words.
Fine. Doesn't matter. Mushrooms.
All right. So we moved on to the veg. Reese, what are you doing though now?
Oh, all right. Well, I'm going Canadian bacon. It's
Canadian
different
bacon,
from
stick
bacon.
in
It's
the
very
middle.
different.
Flag on the
Flag
No.
on the play.
Whoa,
Is that not ham?
Damon,
Is that
Damon,
not ham?
That's different.
That is
That's
ham.
different.
What
That's-
is the difference?
The-
What is the difference?
Name. The name.
The name.
All right. I don't know my strategy now.
Give it-
Let's just go salami then. I don't know. What's the flag
I
there?
mean-
Is that approved?
It's not a million miles off of pepperoni, but I'll take
we'll
it. I
take it.
guess
We'll
it's
take it.
fine.
Have you ever eaten pizza in your
Yes, I order every meat you can get. Just
Really not.
everyone, every single one. It might be the same thing with 4 different names. It's getting on there 4 different times.
All right. So I'm going to move on to the veg as well here, but I'm going to take something that I think could be a pretty... I'm going to go with jalapenos.
That's pretty good.
I think that's a...
Owen running away with it.
I don't know about that.
I
I don't know
think
about
this
that.
is
Let's not
just
kid ourselves.
a solid choice that, you know,
Yeah.
it can work with almost everything. A little bit of heat in there, you know, it just adds that bit to it, doesn't it? I mean, you a guy for that, Max, or is that too spicy for you, Max?
Oh no, I got a good tolerance.
It does
I'm
well, does it?
kind of surprised you do.
You order that with the tuna?
You seem like a brand.
I mean,
Wait,
I can
what
see you
the-
being the guy who orders tuna
No,
pizza.
okay, can we stop bringing in
just think that
can we stop bringing in
Max will be
oceanic
that
creatures
guy.
into this pizza? If you're talking about tuna and shrimp, why don't you draft it? You have the next pick.
Well, no, I'm not going to draft that because I'm not a sicko, Max.
Neither am I.
But like, apparently you order these sicko foods.
Do
I
you
mean,
see me drafting any of those so far? No.
no, but you're saving them till later.
Yeah.
You're saving them till later because you know that we won't pick them high. Because why on earth would we pick
Why would
them?
I pick them at all? We'll have to wait and
Because
see.
you eat that, Max.
That's crazy. I
dare
never
I
said
get Damon in
never
here.
said
Dare
I
I
would
get
order
Damon
it.
in here to
That's
clarify.
crazy.
Damon, come back here. Damon, come back here. He's laughing. He's laughing away. Damon. Tell me more about Max Simpson's pizza takes.
I mean, what's there to say? Shrimp, tuna.
You have never seen these
half
things.
Spinach.
That last part's true. That all that's
pineapple.
you've never seen that.
You're
You've never
gonna pick pineapple.
No, I'm not. I'll pick what I
This is a
want.
man's face.
I'll pick what I want. I'll pick. What
All
I
right.
want.
Do I start going left field a bit weird?
No, God.
We're all waiting for it.
Well, it's round 3 though now. I mean,
You can do what you want.
It is a big pick. That's the problem. I'm trying to think what I would take here because this is a big pick. Ooh. I'm not entirely sure.
Only serious.
I know,
on the
and I'm
PHNX
still
podcast.
thinking what exactly.
All right, is there a
I'd wanna
time limit?
take in. No, there's no time limit. We had to agree that before we started,
Well,
and we didn't.
I mean, there is a finite amount of time.
There is a
so
finite amount of time, but I could really drag this on right now because I
That'd
think
be
right now,
terrible.
you know what it's like? If I drag this on and we just ended up only doing 2 rounds, I think I've won this.
You're a coward.
Like-
You're an absolute
Yeah,
coward.
I mean,
that is
I
what
could,
I
I
mean.
could, I could
That is
play,
coward talk.
I could play full on like.
I mean,
As much as people
filibuster.
love hearing your voice for the
Is
entirety
he-
of the podcast, please.
is he
pick
trying
something.
to park the bus in a pizza
I
draft?
might
Oh
be
my
trying
gosh,
to park
he
the bus
is.
in a
This is
pizza
terrible.
draft.
Kyle, cut his mic. Cut his
This
mic.
is terrible.
No, because he doesn't have anything.
I mean, there's like 10 toppings.
Stop
I
it.
mean,
That
to
is
be
that
fair,
is
yeah.
that is
There's
no.
a limited
I
number
already
of like.
know.
There's not 20 toppings.
That
I'm
is a
fucking-
lie.
20 toppings?
That is
All
yeah.
right, I mean, I guess we did bend the rules, so like sauce drizzles count.
Yeah. Yeah, get creative.
but- yeah.
Sauces, drizzles, type stuff. Yeah.
I'm seeing James in the chat. He's throwing out stuff.
Yeah. But see, I'm not taking red peppers. That's the thing. No.
It's not a bad one.
I mean, I could. That is actually a shout, though. To be
Oh
fair.
my
No,
God.
no,
No,
no.
no. You know what I'm
Hurry
gonna do?
up.
You know what I'm gonna do? You
I
know
would
what I'm
love
gonna do?
to. I would love
I
to
am
know.
gonna go back to the left field. You know, I'm a big onion guy. I'm gonna go caramelized onions.
No! Oh,
Caramelized
that's-
onions.
Oh, gosh darn it, man. Took mine.
You're just taking all onions.
It's good.
All right, I'm taking all onion apparently, but
This
that's good. That's
thing.
good by me. I don't mind. I'll take it.
Your pizza.
I mean, he'd eat it
Well,
as
no.
it is. Yeah. I know.
Oh, that's not the rules of the draft.
It's
though,
not the rules of the
Damon.
draft.
It's
But that's not the
you'd
rules of
still
the
do
draft.
it.
That's
I mean,
terrible.
Cheating.
Yeah, that's
Black olives are a no for me.
black
but-
olives is a great
That's
shout.
absolutely disgusting.
That's
All
a
right,
great shout.
Rees, it's up to you
We
now,
won't be
mate.
going black olives this early because I just not this early. Let's think. You know what? I did give Max a lot of grief for his half spinach, full green bell pepper pizza, but it wasn't the 2 toppings that made the joke. It was the lack of toppings that made the joke.
So true.
So I'm gonna go bell peppers.
You're just gonna take the entire bell pepper category.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. Just want to make sure. If you feel good about that.
I feel great about that, Max.
It's pretty solid.
All
Thank
right,
you,
are
David.
we doing an ad break, by the way, after
Well,
this
yes,
round?
I was gonna say I was
All
gonna
right.
give my
So, Max,
next
it's up
pick
to you.
on the other side of the break.
We'll finish the round,
At
Max.
the other side
at this
of the
filibuster.
We are halfway
Look at this
through.
filibuster.
We are right
This is
now
the
halfway through. Kyle,
yes.
hit
That's
the
a
ad
good-
break
that's a
button.
good shout,
Hit the
Max.
ad break button. That's what we're doing. On the
No.
other side of the break, I control.
No.
I call the shots here. Here's the beautiful thing about doing a PHNX Rising pizza draft is you can actually make this yourself to our new friends at Spinato's Pizzeria.
And you know what the best part
You
is?
can
It's
build
not
your
gonna be
own
Max
pizza,
pizza.
whether it's any of these toppings or one of their own curated ones. They
Do they
have
have
it
shrimp?
here at SpinatosPizzeria.com. Check out their multiple Valley locations. They are supporting the Phoenix Suns, doing multiple watch parties leading up to their grand one. They're doing pizza competitions. You've seen the horse competitions, HORSE, doing the shooting. They're doing it with their own pizza spin, and the winner can win free pizza, free tickets to the Suns. They have all great kinds of stuff going on. And again, they have absolutely phenomenal, delicious pizza. You can make this yourself. Any of these toppings, pick mine because they're the best, or choose your own at Spinato's
Careful now, Shrimpy.
Pizzeria.com to find
Much
them
better, don't
all
worry,
throughout
James.
the valley. Get there, check them out. Great watch parties. Be on the lookout. We will be there later in March. We love Spinato's. Shout out new partner, Spinato's Pizzeria. Also shout out our friends over at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. If you guys like winning some free stuff, they have a chance to win a $5.9 million payout for the big game in honor of that big game number 59. For the big game, score more than just touchdowns. They're giving a chance to win that $5.9 million with their free prop play from January 27th through February 8th. HelaPropPlay.com. Again, HelaPropPlay.com. Answer 26 questions about the big game for your shot to win a grand prize. It's super awesome. Free to play. You can score instant prizes for anywhere from $5 to $100 in free bonus play, and the $5.9 million grand prize if you answer all 26 questions correctly. Again, free money, literally free money. HelaPropPlay.com. Check them out or check the link in the show notes and description. HelaPropPlay.com. Yeah, HelaPropPlay.com. Check out that link. Get that money on. We're back here. PHNX Rising. Pizza topping. Draft. Let's get a little recap of what we got going on so far. We are halfway through round 3, squarely halfway through this draft. Owain went first. He has pepperoni, jalapenos, and onion. Rees has sausage, salami, and bell peppers. I have chicken and mushrooms. And Kyle really just going with the meats, bacon, and ham. For my next pick, squarely in the middle of the PHX Rising pizza topping draft, give me mozzarella. Mozzarella. Give me mozzarella.
I mean, that's just generic.
No,
Isn't that on every
If the
single
pizza doesn't have mozzarella on it, it is quite frankly
I'm
a
talking-
disgrace.
That is not a flag. I want a nice.
That's
Let
like
him-
saying I
let
want
him
a
take it
base.
so we can
I
make
want a
fun of
great.
base.
No,
That's what
I
that's
want
done.
a hearty, nice, thick piece of mozzarella. That is no,
Yeah, I
no
want the
way,
tomato sauce on there,
no
please.
way, no way. No,
think I
that
want
is
a
absolutely
crust.
fair.
No, mozzarella is the cheese on pizza.
Pick a different cheese.
Yeah, pick a different cheese. If you pick the
Wait,
weird
that's
cheese,
what we're concerned about?
no,
Yeah.
seriously, yeah,
Yeah.
because
That's what
mozzarella
we're
is the
concerned.
default cheese.
I'm
Yeah,
talking about
on
like the
it's
fresh mozzarella
it's the
slices, like the
default
3D,
cheese.
the 3D bit. Oh
The
man,
3D, everything's 3D, Max.
No,
Nothing's
like the big
2D in this
slices.
world.
Max, do you think
Are we
you're
going to start talking about physics here
animated
now?
character?
That's
or,
crazy.
like,
All right, you know what? I will switch it up.
Okay, nice.
I will switch it up if we're really going to have this calamity, because to me, the mozzarella is the step above. I'm going to switch it up. Basil.
Okay,
Basil.
fine. That's
Basil.
fine. I'm
Basil.
fine with that as a.
Yeah, you're
I
darn
think
right.
if you were gonna go
I
with
know.
cheese,
You're
it'd
darn
be
right.
Parmesan. Because like,
Yeah,
yes,
but Parmesan,
you
like the
add
crumble.
that. No,
Oh
you
my
add that.
gosh.
You add
No,
that.
he's
That's
right,
a
he's
topping.
right, he's right.
Thank you, Amanda. The round slice of mozzarella, make it better. That's not. I completely protest, but whatever. That's fine. All right, Kyle, it is your pick. Are you going to add yet a third meat to this?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in a direction that a lot of people find polarizing.
You're braver. You're
Go
braver
for
than
it.
them. You're
Go
braver
for it.
than them.
Wow.
You're gonna do it.
Come on.
You're gonna do it. He's doing it.
You know what it is.
Is
Yeah,
he going to
we
say
know.
pineapple?
I can't even hate.
It starts with a P, ends with an E.
Can't hate.
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
I gotta tip my cap
He's a
there.
brave man. Wait. You tip your cap when he's doing it, but when I do it, it's an outlandish pick.
I think
think Kyle is
There's
brave.
quite,
Thank you.
there's quite a few things I'm tipping my cap for. You know, Kyle's brave.
Brandon
He's an
Bills.
Arsenal fan,
Shout out
so the
friends, Brandon
bravery there.
What?
Then a pineapple's a good take in general.
I
That is
disagree,
ins-
but I
That is
I
insane.
respect his ability.
I have
to
no
choose for
problem with the
himself.
pick. It's about the perspective. This is crazy.
But also, Max, you put pineapple on pizza. You don't put.
Max
I mean,
would do pineapple
honestly,
and tuna, wouldn't he?
Reese's bell pepper pick underrated. I think that's a really, really elite pizza topping. No one has ever said otherwise.
Yeah, I'd say so.
eh,
wait,
No.
that's crazy. That's
I mean-
crazy. That's absolutely insane. That's absolutely insane.
All right,
round four.
Kyle, it's back to you for round 4.
How many more toppings realistically are there? I mean,
Oh my
I've
gosh,
got
there's
some-
so
I
many
think I
more.
know what I
There's
wanna take with
so
my round.
many.
Like,
Well, you have
apparently-
to wait.
some people
I
put
know.
blueberries on pizza. Like, who's going?
What
with that?
is wrong with you?
I'm reading a recipe right
you
now.
need to be locked up. All right.
That is a crime. To
That
be
is-
fair.
Really?
Okay, if Max
Savory
does
blueberry
blueberries,
pizza.
if anyone
Stop it.
does
That's not a
blueberries-
okay.
Let's get you that, Max.
Okay.
Huh?
I will pick my own choices. Kyle, what are you getting for your 4th round?
We're going back to meat.
Yeah.
Meatball.
That's a great
That
pick.
is a good pick.
That's a really great pick. All right.
Pulls us back to Max.
Well, yeah, it is back to me.
No
James,
pressure.
I think James is giving you kudos for the pineapple one. Maybe also the meatball. You know what? I have a good pick too.
Oh,
Is it
God.
spinach?
It is spinach. Give me spinach. Give me spinach.
Hang on a minute, though, Kyle. It's
Give me
half
spinach.
spinach.
No, it is not.
It's
Did
gotta
I
be
say
half.
half
It's
spinach?
half
It
It's
is
gotta
not.
be.
You will not. You
Kyle,
will
have
not.
to.
Kyle,
It is half.
Kyle,
Everyone
I
in
did
the
not get.
room.
No. Delete that.
Spinach.
Delete that. I did not get the
Half
caramelized. No,
spinach.
it is. I am not saying half spinach. That is crazy. That is crazy. Delete the
Yeah,
half.
He's
that
written
is a bit
half
hypocritical.
No,
but-
we will strike that from the record.
It's a little bit.
Strike that from the record
Max
right
Simpson
now.
getting half spinach.
Kyle Cooper, you have more integrity
Okay.
than that. Strike the
Okay.
half. Strike the
Okay.
half. That is crazy.
I back it. I back it.
Kyle Cooper, get rid of the half.
Oh God, this is my pick.
Yeah.
Oh jeez, it's like, well, since Canadian bacon and ham are apparently the same thing, but not according to many pizza restaurants, I've been put in a pickle here.
He's gonna pick pickles.
I'm not picking pickles. Let's think. I mean, listen, it is polarizing. It's not as polarizing as pineapple. But black olives are a bit underrated
It
on
is
pizza.
polarizing, though,
disgusting.
to be fair. I'm not an olive guy. Are you an olive guy, Max?
No, absolutely not.
Damon, olive guy?
I like other olives more than black.
He says other than black. Thank you, Damon. Yeah, it's a choice.
I mean, we're kind of grasping at straws at this point.
Mm. We
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
All right, well, if we're going to continue grasping at straws now as it comes back to me in round 4, I'm going to be the first person, I think, to go for a drizzle on
Ooh.
top.
Oh,
Ooh,
And
this
I'm
could
gonna
be big.
pick one that I think goes really well with the cheese and can go. Depends on whatever you put on there. It doesn't necessarily go with what I've already picked, but that's fine because that's not what the aim of this game was. It was to pick things that we enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with pesto sauce.
that's
Oh,
I
that-
do love it. I
a
do love
little bit of
pesto.
pesto
Yeah.
on top of a pizza just goes well. Goes well. And
You mean more like
now we're
bacon?
going for the left field. It's round 5. I mean, if there's ever a time for left field, it's probably now.
I'm nervous as
You're
to what I'm
nervous?
gonna
I think
hear.
the jalapeno's pretty left
This
field.
is a thing, by the way.
You just
Have you ever had
Can't handle the
Florentine
spice.
pizza?
no.
Any of you guys?
You can't say that. Can't take the entire category. Of
It's
Florida.
I'm not taking the entire category. I'm using it to describe what I'm going to pick.
What is it?
So the key part of the Florentine pizza
Oh, no.
often is the runny egg in the middle. Have you ever had runny egg on a pizza? It's surprisingly good.
Oh, I mean,
Don't want to find out.
Okay,
It's very good.
lock this man up just for that. This man thinks he's better than all of us. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Max.
Yeah,
back to
seeing
your,
runny
No,
egg
it's
on
not
the
back
list
to
like
me.
makes
You're
it look
skipping
back
Terrible.
to your, no,
You
back to your
lad.
cheap takeout pizza. All right. I mean, spinatus is good, but like, I mean,
You better
yeah,
not
I'm
use-
gonna
you
cheap
better
takeout
not
pizza.
choose your
I'm
words
not going to
carefully.
name the cheap takeout
Choose
pizza
your
that
words
Max
carefully.
probably chooses.
What?
But I do know that he
No.
likes his cheap takeout pizza instead of real Italian food
No,
here.
I like Spinato's Pizzeria, our friends and partners at PHNX. Reese, what do you got?
Well, I kind of forgot we were allowed to pick drizzles. I'm not gonna lie, so I am gonna pick one. This goes well, with like a chicken on a pizza. Give me buffalo sauce. If you're hating on that, you don't know ball. Simple as. Simple as.
It can
It's
work.
not-
it
it's
can
not-
work. It can work.
Buffalo
It's better
chicken
than
pizza.
runny egg. I'll give you that. It's a
100%.
low
Max,
bar.
you've never had
I
that.
have.
No,
though.
I have. It's
Really?
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. See, all of a sudden he was saying earlier it was like some affront to God, and now he's out here saying, "Oh, I've had it. It's okay." Like this man is fake. This
crazy.
man is the fakest guy I've
I'm
ever
real
seen.
as it gets.
You can tell he's in ad sales.
Fake. You're the one. You're
You
the
can tell he's in
one.
ad sales.
Okay, first off, we build trust through our partnerships, not with salesmanship. Also, you are out here lying, telling people that I'm picking shrimp as my last topping. That is.
Did you
crazy.
hear that? I just said he picked shrimp.
No,
He picked
no.
shrimp.
First off, no, he's crazy. No,
Lock
no,
it
no.
in. Lock it in.
I will
Lock it in.
I will go back. I will go back behind that Mac, and I will
Hold on a minute.
disrupt this entire
Wait,
show.
I see. It says round 5 max shrimp.
Let's see. Hold on. Amanda has a good point. Send this to Spinatos and have them create a PHNX pizza. That's going to be interesting. We got Niv Small in the chat, pepperoncini, ranch dressing, Niv Small ground beef, and tomato. Everyone's saying I'm saving shrimp. First off, Kyle, remove the half spinach. I never said that. Let's put some decorum back to this.
No.
Come
Let's
on,
put
have
some
some
decorum
fun
back.
with it.
Decorum, Max.
We will.
stop-
You know what?
Stop being
Max, what do you
Max,
even know about
what? I will
decorum?
What do you know
allow
about
it until the
decorum?
end of the podcast, and then you change it before
Who
we
made
post
you the
it.
police here, Max?
I am the host of
You are
PHNX
not
Rising.
the police. Stop it.
Whoa. I didn't. Kyle was wanting to cook bacon. Anyway, let's see. I am thinking for my last topic. Let's go with. I also like the dressing, the little,
Max would be
little
the guy to
glaze,
go-
if you will. This is interesting.
Give me stuffed crust.
Stop it. No.
I hear Max is about to ask for the takeout box.
Pesto is
Can that be number 5?
Pesto is a good one.
I give you.
I'm gonna go with peppers. I'm gonna go with one that is a classic on pizzas. Maybe for the more finer palate.
Max is
you
gonna
two know
pick
nothing.
tuna now.
You
This is
two
gonna be
know
awful.
nothing about it
awful.
at all. And also, this goes well. If I was gonna take all 5 of mine on a pizza as a whole, this is actually gonna flow very nicely.
This is gonna be
Do
terrible.
not give me shrimp.
He's
Give
about
me
to pink shrimp.
balsamic vinegar.
with red sauce.
Yeah, bro. Come on now.
You all right? I know that.
I feel like balsamic vinegar here is the
Oh,
is
here
the
we
choice.
go.
No, the thing about it
Here we
is that
go. It's different here. Okay, everyone.
it just doesn't. I don't think it really works on the pizza unless it's
Yeah.
like,
That's not true.
especially not with half spinach. It needs like
It's
It's not
balsamic,
spinach.
If
That
it's
was
a
put in
fool.
there by this
balsamic
guy.
vinegar only works if you've gone. And here's the thing. Balsamic, and I don't even mean full spinach. I mean, like, you know, when you get a pizza sometimes, you go, is this a pizza or a salad, right? They've just, like,
Yeah.
dumped so much green on top.
It's crazy.
That you just look at it and go, what are we doing here?
You do
what
not
are we
know
doing?
pizza. You
I-
don't know what you're talking
That's
about.
when it
I
would
do know this wasn't the draft, but if it was full, like made all of our toppings into what pizza, I think mine's the best. I'm no.
All right, but Kyle, what are we doing?
Dude, that is that's horrible.
Bro, compared to yours,
Kyle,
Dude,
Kyle,
mine
there's still
actually
one to
flows.
go. Kyle,
yours is not flow.
Mine flows
Please
really
let
well.
Kyle pick.
With the final pick,
Blueberries.
I am choosing
Garlic, shout.
garlic.
Dang.
Roasted garlic, shout. Shout.
Kyle is scaring away the
No, it's a
vampires
shout.
with this pizza, man.
Yeah.
This is
Dude.
a man's pizza over
Dude,
here.
Kyle's is a man's pizza. And pineapple's just like, you're going to have pineapple, you're going to like it. All right, so let's review. Owen picked first. He had pepperoni, jalapeno, onion, pesto, and mushy runny egg. Rees had sausage, salami, the entire bell pepper category, only had half, black olives, and
I thought you had it
buffalo
on the
sauce.
full. Yeah,
I
it was
had
full.
chicken,
Thanks, Devin.
mushroom, sauteed mushrooms, basil,
No, you had mushrooms.
all spinach, not half,
spinach.
and
Half
balsamic.
spinach.
No one asked, and balsamic
and shrimp.
vinegar. And Kyle,
Tuna.
Kyle with the most
Corn.
manly pizza of all time: bacon, ham, pineapple, meatball,
I don't like that.
and
boys.
garlic.
I don't.
Chat, decide who you like. We're gonna put this on social, put this in Discord. But guys, we did it. And what do you notice is not on mine? There's no shrimp anywhere
There's
to be
no
found.
shrimp.
Let's put it
corn,
to rest.
anchovies.
Let's put
This
it
is-
to rest.
Max
We're done
eats
here.
shrimp pizza.
We
You eat runny egg on your pizza.
There's nothing wrong with
yeah,
that.
I feel like that kind of invalidated.
Yeah.
like anything.
But see,
I
mine
mean,
is
it's
an
probably
actual
lovely,
thing,
but
yours is a disgrace to humanity.
I did not pick pizza. I mean, I
Like-
did not pick shrimp. Did not pick shrimp. That's crazy. Anyway,
Yeah.
chat,
runny egg.
let us know. So James already saying
real
Kyle
thing.
gets my vote for the best. Kyle, I mean, listen, Kyle's
has
going
some-
heavy on the meats.
he
He
did
can't
have
go
good-
wrong with that. He has
Kyle's
a classic.
2 for me.
Kyle, put that back up, the draft, if you don't mind. I mean, if you're gonna now. Here's the thing. We name these all as hypothetical, one-off individual
Yeah.
toppings. If you're looking at this as a whole overall, Kyle's got the meat lovers. Reese, you have
I would like actually.
you
order
have like
more.
the
I
the
would full on.
pantry cabinet
Whoa,
of
It'd be-
ones.
You got trust. It'd be
Owen,
fire.
I don't really know what you have. You kind of have an interesting vibe as well. Mine all kind of flow very well, nicely together.
yeah, but the point was not meant to be for it
I'm
to
not
flow.
saying
It was
it
the
was.
best toppings available.
I'm not saying it was. We're now looking at this from the overall view, just out of curiosity. And I mean, I think mine
Runny egg
individually
is
and
wild.
overall, I crushed it. So
I told you it was
Yeah.
left field, but
Oh,
I
I
mean,
mean that's like 450 left field. I mean that's just like gone. Like that's just an insane. I feel, but I'll trust your judgment. Not
Chad,
really.
let us know who had the
but-
worst one as well. I mean, I'm gonna be real. It might be a toss between you two. I mean, buffalo sauce, olive, or runny egg, and whatever. That's pretty gross, man.
Bro, buffalo.
Ugh.
Are you hating on the buffalo sauce?
I like buffalo. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot with the. I don't know. It's not my first choice. It's not my first. Also, we left onto the field some other I kind of like salad pizza Max. That's fair. We kind of left some other ones. There's honey. There's other ones that are left on there. Honey's a good one. Hot honey. Anyway, let us know in the chat which ones you guys like. That'll do it here. Appreciate you guys joining us on an episode of PHNX Rising Podcast, the inaugural PHNX Rising Pizza Topping Draft. Of course, you can follow us at PHNX__pizza. I mean PHNX__rising. Double the underscore.
Double the shrimp on Max's
That
pizza,
is absolutely
please.
insane.
And corn.
Check.
And half the spinach.
Doesn't
but a
even.
full amount of bell pepper.
What in the heck? I didn't even choose bell pepper. That's insane.
Max also orders tuna on pizza.
You can follow me on Twitter at Max David Simpson. You could follow Mr. Runny Egg on Twitter at OJ Evans 18.
It's a thing.
It's a
Wild.
thing. Oh, okay, that's crazy. You can follow Buffalo.
I think this is anti-Italian discrimination by Max here.
You can follow. We are literally
I
choosing
think
a
that
pizza
sounds like
draft.
something
That is
Max
an
would do.
homage, and you have made a mockery of it.
Wow, Max
You
and
can
4
follow-
according to James Wilson. I'm not looking at the top 3, but Max and 4 people
Max
have said
and 4 according to
James
James
don't
Wilson.
know
I
pizza,
agree.
don't know ball.
James-
You can follow Rees on Twitter
I'll take
at
number
Buffalo
2.
Sauce Master at Rees11
All right,
underscore.
We got
You
to
can
stop the
follow
Buffalo
Meat Lover
sauce here.
Kyle at KQ Sports. Don't follow Damon Dog. He's
Do
just
follow Damon.
He's just honestly just
Damon has
infiltra-
better pizza takes than you.
That's crazy. He's just
That's
ruining.
not
He's ruining
hard,
this
though.
entire
It's not
operation. No, you can follow
But
Damon
he
Dog.
does clear the low bar.
It's
It's
a low bar.
fine.
You can follow Damon at Damon DAWG. Appreciate you joining us. We're we'll do some more drafts, everything in the meantime. Keep you up with the latest news for Phoenix Rising. All in the meantime, catch you guys Wednesday, 6 p.m. It is a beautiful game, but it's way more beautiful when you have the best pizza topping draft in PHNX
not
Rising
beautiful for
history,
you then,
and you
huh?
know it. Good night.
We all silly like the mayor.